If you're looking for a fun outdoor winter activity for the entire family, an eagle watching adventure is a great day trip. The Delaware Highlands Conservancy operates the Eagle Institute in Lackawaxen, Pennsylvania on the Upper Delaware River. Their staff can direct you to the best locations to see eagles in the wild and to learn about these majestic birds.
The Upper Delaware is actually a very unique place to see eagles in the wintertime. We have a very large influx of overwintering eagles here between the months of January and February that come from Canada and north of New York. They spend their winters here because the river doesn't freeze solid and they're able to access food. The eagles love fish. That is their favorite food source by far. So that's why they do come down here in the wintertime from the north. My first day out in the field, I stepped out of my car and into one of the blinds, and when I saw an eagle coming, it was really completely amazing. It was chills up my spine, hair on the back of your neck stands up sort of thing. It was really amazing. It was really amazing. People think that the eagles are back in full numbers and that there's no need to protect them any longer. Unfortunately, that is not the case. The number one threat to eagles is loss of habitat. And just like humans, eagles like to make their nests in a lot of beautiful areas like along the rivers, and that just happens to be where the bald eagles like to nest because of the close access to food. We run eagle watching trips during the months of January and February to try to give people the opportunity to see the bald eagle in their natural environment. This program is run by all volunteers. We have over 60 active volunteers that staff the visitor center and our eagle viewing locations throughout the months of January and February. And this program would not be possible without the help of our very dedicated volunteers.
The Pocono Mountains in northeast Pennsylvania is an ideal location for eagle watching. From Lake Wallenpaupack down the Lackawaxen River to the Delaware River, eagles can be found in trees, along riverbanks, and flying freely above lakes and rivers. The Lackawaxen area hosts a large number of eagles, where the Lackawaxen meets the Delaware River, and the currents caused by the meeting of these two rivers keeps the water from freezing, providing the perfect feeding spot. One resident eagle's nest can be viewed across the Lackawaxen River from Two River Junction. Other great viewing areas include the Zane Grey Museum and Boat Launch, the Roebling Bridge, and driving along the roads next to the Lackawaxen and Delaware Rivers. For more information and a map of eagle watching locations, visit DelawareHighlands.org. For almost a decade, the Paupack Plunge, created and hosted by Lighthouse Harbor Marina, has raised funds for the Tafton and Ledgedale dive teams. The Paupack Plunge originated in February 2012, and over the last 8 years has raised approximately $52,000, split between the Tafton Dive Rescue Team and the Ledgedale Dive Team.
The dive team for Tafton and Ledgedale, the money goes a long way. Training, gear, there's always new equipment out there that needs to be purchased.
Here are some of the highlights from last year's event at Lighthouse Harbor Marina.
Jump in about 5 minutes. Now they took a water temperature this morning, and it's 83 degrees. Oh no, I'm sorry, 38 degrees. But still warm.
We love to take the plunge.
Thank you, guys.
How was it?
Young lady.
Oh. How was it?
It was good.
It actually wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, it was.
I'll do it again next year.
I will. It was awesome as usual.
It was really, really cold.
This year we had about 130 plungers come in and bravely jump into the water today. I would just like to thank everybody who came out today and all of our corporate sponsors who actually helped make this happen.
Nearly 1,200 brave souls have participated by plunging into the lake to support this cause. The Paupack Plunge is a fun and unique event that brings the community together in the spirit of charity and giving. Plungers of all ages attend the event to help raise money for the dive teams. Several participants started when they were young and grew up doing the plunge every year with their family and friends.
We should do it every year. I've been doing it since I was 3 or 4. And that's my dog Aztec. She always does it too.
Yeah.
But she doesn't know when to come back, so she can keep on swimming.
Over the years, we've been witness to some spectacular costumes ranging from penguins and Vikings to superheroes. Our highest individual fundraisers were Aiden Bouchard.
I raised over $1,000 this year and over $600 last year.
Lighthouse Harbor Marina's hospitality and expertise in running the event added to the sense of community among the participants by providing coffee, cookies, hot dogs, t-shirts, and a towel to help warm the cold Paupack plungers. Due to unforeseen circumstances, this year a Paupack Polar Plunge will be held at First Class Marina instead of Lighthouse Harbor. Join us for the 2020 Paupack Polar Plunge as we plunge into the frigid waters of Lake Wallenpaupack, spending time with friends and family.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Collins with Davis R. Chant Realtors. With over 50 years of serving the Lake Wallenpaupack region, Chant Realtors sells more homes by volume than any other realtor in the area. The Lake Wallenpaupack area is an attractive place to live because of its low taxes, great school districts, and beautiful scenery. Agents at Davis R. Chant Realtors have an extensive knowledge of the local market and experience with everyone from first-time home buyers to experienced investors. Chant uses a variety of print media, billboards, open houses, and national websites to promote properties and reach buyers. We work with sellers to put together a thoughtful but aggressive market plan tailored to each home individually. Here at Chant, we know that working together and providing channels of communication and feedback is important for the best outcome when selling your home. We provide a unique feature called Seller's Dashboard to our sellers, which allow you to view up-to-the-minute online information about your home, including how it is being marketed, how often it is being shown, and notes from agents and buyers. If you are ready to relocate, upgrade, downsize, or know anyone who is considering the Lake region, please stop by or call Davis R. Chant Realtors at 570-226-4518 or visit us online at chantre.com.
i2Print is your premium printing service for all your professional printing needs. We'll help you throughout the printing process from design to distribution. With bookbinding abilities, we'll be able to help you get the word out or promote your business with branded assets and products. i2Print offers top quality print products at competitive prices with quick turnaround and fast delivery. From business cards, large format posters, brochures, and wrap cards to annual reports, i2Print can print everything you need to promote your product, service, and business. With the best printing technology available today, we live up to our tag: service, speed, and success. Choose i2Print for your next printing project.
100 years ago, our area was the birthplace of the American Industrial Revolution, and it's all thanks to a shiny black rock: coal. The mining and transportation of this precious fuel source shaped technology as we know it, and left an indelible mark on our landscape. So great was the demand for coal that it pushed the very limits of what was mechanically possible. This is the story of the Gravity Railroad, a masterpiece of design, ingenuity, and industry.
My name is S. Robert Powell, and I'm the president of the Carbondale Historical Society. In America at the time, the primary fuel before coal was on the scene was lumber, wood. All the trees, however, had been largely cut down by the early 19th century, and so America was in the middle of an energy crisis. Prior to the War of 1812, coal could have been imported from Virginia or from Great Britain. But with the War of 1812, there was a blockade on the eastern seaboard, and so nothing could be brought into New York and Philadelphia, for example, which meant that the eastern seaboard had no fuel. The Wirtz brothers, Morris and William Wirtz, who were the pioneers in the development of coal here in the Lackawanna Valley, they were dry goods merchants in Philadelphia, and they provided the federal government with uniforms in the War of 1812. In payment for the uniforms, the government gave them land in northeastern Pennsylvania. As it turns out, the Wirtz brothers were given the largest anthracite deposit in the world, worth trillions of dollars worth of anthracite coal. All of this coal going to market beginning in 1829 solved America's first energy crisis.
And getting that coal to market proved to be a challenge, as it was an uphill trek from the mines in the valleys. It was a new invention, the railroad, that proved to be the solution to the problem.
The gravity railroads in northeastern Pennsylvania are very interesting. There were 3 of them, and as a matter of fact. 2 of them were on the Delaware and Hudson Railroad. There was also a gravity railroad that was created and operated by the Pennsylvania Coal Company. They all operated on the principle of using the forces of gravity as a motive power, getting railroad cars to the top of an inclined plane. The railroads that we know today are essentially flatland locomotive railroads. The cars move along on level ground, being pulled by engines at the head of those cars. In the 19th century, those kinds of railroads hadn't even been invented yet. And what we were talking about then was a railroad in which the engines were stationary. In other words, the engines did not move, and the cars were pulled to the engines. The engines were stationed at the top of inclined planes, like an old-fashioned roller coaster. At the head of the plane was a stationary steam engine, and there was a cable from that engine to the foot of the plane. And the coal cars were brought in on the level ground at the foot of the plane and connected to that cable, and the cars were then pulled by the stationary steam engine to the top of the plane. At the top of that small hill, then, the cars were disengaged from the cable, and they coasted a little bit of a distance to the foot of the next plane, where they were connected again to a cable that pulled them up another plane, at the head of which was another stationary steam engine. But once the car got to the top of the hill, the top of the mountain, for example, here above Carbondale, that's when gravity kicks in big time, because the cars, in going down the other side of the mountain, they're going down because of their own weight, which means they're going by the forces of gravity are causing them to move forward. And the car moves to the bottom of the mountain, and then it moves by steps to for example, to the canal basin at Honesdale. It was a very creative technology, invented as they went along. They were not relying on existing technology. They were creating the technology as they sent this coal to market. By the time of the American Civil War, they were sending 1 million tons of coal or more over the mountain yearly, which is an astonishing accomplishment when you think of all the work involved in getting the coal from the mines to the customer. From 1829 up until 1867, I think the year was, they simply could not meet market needs. The market kept saying, "We need more coal, send us more coal." And so the D&H revised the roadbed of the Gravity Railroad essentially 5 times in the course of the 19th century, so they could make it more efficient, get more coal into the system, and get more coal to the market. After one of the revisions, it was discovered that the railroad was going on a very unusual route over the mountain, and that local people were jumping on coal cars and riding on coal cars into the Lackawanna Valley from the top of the mountain. Not a very safe enterprise, nevertheless they did it. The D&H decided to capitalize on this interest in people wanting to ride on these moving vehicles over a mountain, and they created a park, a picnic park, on the top of the Moosic Mountain above Carbondale. They organized passenger service to the top of the mountain. And so for 50 cents, which was a lot of money in mid-19th century, people could then ride to the top of the mountain on passenger vehicles to this Farview Park. It was a 600-acre park in which there were just picnic pavilions, promenade walks, springs, observatories. They built 2 towers on the top of the mountain so that people could get distant views of the mountain to many communities in the valley below. So popular did it become to have this park on top of the mountain, fresh air and sunshine above the dirty, grimy industrial valley below, that people traveled from as far as suburban New York and Boston to get to the top of the mountain here because of the path the railroad took up and down the mountain. It was like a roller coaster ride from the top of the mountain. You could ride for 20 miles on this railroad.
Splendor and spectatorship graced the later years of the railroad. However, ultimately the progress that the gravity system had sparked proved to bring about its downfall.
So with the development of conventional steam railroads, the gravity system became outmoded, and it was an old-fashioned system of transportation. But it served its purpose well for about 100 years, and even after steam locomotives were operational everywhere in America, the gravity continued to exist because it was an existing and successful transportation system. The coal that came out of the Lackawanna and Wyoming valleys here in northeast Pennsylvania made possible the industrialization of America in the course of the 19th century. Without that anthracite coal, industrialization could not have taken place. And with it, everything in America changed. We changed from an agrarian economy to an industrial economy. And the importance of the anthracite coal for northeast Pennsylvania being shipped by these 3 different gravity railroads cannot be overstated. It saved the day, it provided America with the fuel, and we became an industrialized nation as a result of this coal from northeast Pennsylvania.
Sterling Business and Technology Park is currently divided into 23 lots ranging in size from 3 to 30 acres. Each lot in the park is KOZ certified for companies that qualify. The Sterling Business and Technology Park is perfectly located just off Exit 17 on Interstate 84 in northeastern Pennsylvania, just under 2 hours from New York City. If you would like to explore locating your business at the Sterling Business and Technology Park, visit sterlingbusinesspark.com.
Hey folks, do you wonder why you see so many B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram vehicles here in the Northeast? It's no secret, ask the owner. You'll find out B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Honesdale not only offers great deals, but you can't beat the knowledgeable and friendly sales staff and the exceptional factory-trained service technicians. Going shopping for a new or used vehicle? Stop by B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Honesdale and make a deal. Get pre-approved. Check out our inventory. Go to bnbdodge.com, or better yet, visit our showroom at 125 Grandview Avenue, Honesdale. B&B Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. You'll love your new car or truck if you get it from B&B.
B&B, better and better.
Hi everyone, it's Jim Hamble with the Pocono Mountains Visitors Bureau here in downtown Honesdale. It is quite cold, middle of winter here in northeastern Pennsylvania, but it's beautiful out. And there's so many things to do across our 4 counties here in the Poconos, even creek boating in the middle of winter. It's gotta be cold, but it's gotta be pretty awesome. Take a look at this video.
To many, kayaking is a fair weather sport, perfectly suited to a hot summer day and a cool breeze. To a dedicated few, however, it is much, much more than that. Freezing temperatures and nearly ice-cold water do nothing to deter the intrepid creek boater, a special breed of whitewater thrill seeker. Creek boaters face obstacles, choppy water, drops ranging from 3 to 18 feet, and of course, the cold. Though the rocks may be icy, dozens flock to Shohola Falls to test their skill against Old Man Winter.
Shohola slide into the box canyon.
Yeah, going down there. It's one of my favorite things.
It's my favorite thing to do. It's a passion. Basically like 60-degree drop, and the box canyon's just got a bunch of rocks, and it's super scenic.
Yeah, it's beautiful. There's nothing like it.
The people are great. The sport's great. Huge adrenaline rush.
Safety, of course, is a major concern, and each boater takes steps to make sure they minimize their risk. Boaters never travel alone and take good care of one another. Proper planning and equipment make for a safe and memorable afternoon.
I wear elbow pads, helmets, PFD, throw bag in the boat just in case you gotta help somebody else out.
That was pretty cool. That water's really cold, I'm imagining, so I wouldn't do it, but it was pretty cool.
After the nearly half-mile run, the boaters exit the water and carry their kayaks back to their cars. The route they take is so remote, there are no roads near the base. The next time you're warm and dry at home, think fondly of those cold-blooded creek boaters.
Now that looks like it takes a lot of skill, a lot of concentration, but especially a lot of safety measures as well. So make sure if you're out doing anything like this in the Pocono Mountains that you're putting safety first. Hope you enjoyed watching. We'll see you next time.
Wally Ice Fest finds a new home this winter at Watonka Outdoor Facilities.
Hello, my name is David Wacker Jr. I'm the Assistant Director here at Watonka Outdoor Facilities. We were formerly known as Camp Watonka, a science, sport, and adventure camp for boys here in the Poconos. Currently, we've now changed our direction here, and we are looking to be more of a group rental facility, adventure, and outdoor rentals.
Hi, my name is Anthony Pacelli, and I'm the Operations Manager here at Watonka Outdoor Facilities. As Dave said, we began our transition toward a new business model focused on group rentals, special events, and corporate outings. We are a 100-acre facility with a 10-acre lake. We have a main house with a large dining hall accommodating up to 200 people, as well as a fully functional commercial-grade kitchen. We have 17 rustic cabins for overnight accommodations, sleeping up to 8 people. We have running water and electricity in each of our cabins, as well as bunk bed style sleeping arrangements. We also have one of the largest climbing adventure courses in the Northeast.
Camping in style is a given in the warmer months, but this winter sees Watonka Outdoor Facilities hosting their first ever public event, Wally Ice Fest, a yearly favorite.
Come out and join us February 8th and 9th as we are the new home of Wally Ice Fest. At Wally Ice Fest, we will have the Pocono Pond Hockey Tournament, a curling demonstration, and the Winter Festival. We look forward to seeing you there.
Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Watonka Outdoor, or check us out at watonkooutdoor.com. See you soon.
So, you want to know what this whole Freedom Boat Club thing is all about? Simply put, we're a club that makes boating, well, simple. Here's how it works. You join the club, you pay a one-time membership fee, and then monthly dues from there on out. And instantly, you get access to a fleet of boats. As a member, their entire fleet is at your disposal. All those things you imagine boating to be suddenly become reality. When you're done, you simply head back to the dock where the boat club staff will be waiting. Leave the boat with them, and that's it.
Tune in to Wally Life every Monday at 9 p.m. on Blue Ridge Communications Channel 13 for the latest in life around Lake Wallenpaupack.